Yeah.
Melissa Jefferson-Wooden was first. 10.65 seconds, bro. Okay. Bro, this reaction has to go on. 10.65 seconds. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. Your thoughts, Benty?
Alright, so we have to be mindful it is Oregon. It is Oregon. Oregon is traditionally fast. But make no mistake, 10.65 is 10.65. 10.65 is 10.65. No matter what you want to say, if the track is fast, that's also where Elaine got her, her fast time.
Was it 10.5?
Yeah, 10.5.
That was the track that you ran the 10.5 on?
Yeah, at Prefontaine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Prefontaine, if you're watching this, I need to come and cover next year.
The 10.5 for Sibam said that, and Big Juice ran that relatively easy too. I thought she could have gone faster, if you ask me.
Yes.
Make no mistake, and this is what I'm telling you about Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. Like, she's been having a good season, and you ask me about athletes. If you're consistently doing stuff and you talk about the swagger and the characteristic that athletes are supposed to have, I think if you have that swagger, it's because of the preparation that you're putting in. And if you ask her, probably, I didn't get to see any of the interviews, if they probably asked her if she expected to get a time like that, she would have probably said, based off of the execution and what the coach expected, she would have gone a time like that. Maybe a 10.7, realistically speaking, like a 10.72 if, she checked it in her book. But this is the type of stuff that she's been preparing for. And maybe just maybe going to the World Championship is going to be a dogfight between our athletes, the big athletes who I expect to win it all, if I'm being truthful from St. Lucia, and Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. So if you think about that, and Bam is saying he's concerned if she's able, but I think you speak about like the season happening this late, and the coaches have prepared for this. The coaches have prepared for this with their cycles and the background training and all of this. And I think this is just her in stride proving, and my money is on Alfred too. Like I said, my money is completely on Alfred to win that championship and do the double possibly. But whenever we get to that, whenever that live is, whenever that moment is, and you want me to speak about that. But yeah.
You know what I think? I think it's because it's the first time that we're seeing Melissa Jefferson-Wooden in this light. It's the first time we're seeing her win championships. The first time we're seeing her run these fast times. So it's not someone who we're used to, as opposed to Julien Alfred, who we would have known over the years to be delivering, right? She has delivered at the World Championship. I think it was last year? No, the year before last, sorry. She delivered at the World Championship during that time. And how she has been performing these days is just ridiculous, right? So a lot of us are not really expecting much, was not really expecting much from Melissa Jefferson before the season kicked off this season, right? I may need to do a little bit more reading up on her performances, maybe last year or the year before. I'm not sure if you're aware of her performances, Benty.
This is my thing, and I was going to say, if track and field had a most improved award, I think it would go to her. That's all I can say based off of the performances from last year to this year.
And
if track and field had a most improved award, it would go to her, and that just goes to, you're a professional, but you're putting in the work in order to get to this level. And I think I won't discredit her any at all. Managing the road, I know World Championship carries a different type of mental pressure. It really does. But I really think she has the capabilities to come here and maybe shock somebody and maybe get onto the podium, maybe. Because the performances speak for it. And it's hard to discredit somebody once you have those performances. Once you have those performances, it's hard to tell me that, the work that I've been putting in is not valid.
No, but let's look at it. She has been consistent, Grand Slam track. she has delivered at Grand Slam track. I think she ran a
Yeah.
10-7 at Grand Slam track,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, right?
It
And
was
then
10-7, yeah.
she was tasked with the expectation to back that up. She went to Prefontaine and she defeated Julien Alfred, right?
Yeah.
And no, she came to and everyone was like, oh wow, Melissa Jefferson is actually in the conversation. And let's see how she performs at the USA Championships. Bam! She now appears at the USA Championships looking smooth through the rounds and delivering a 10.65 seconds in the final. That is just exceptional, and I think that really stamps her name as, if I may say so myself, the favorite for that 100 meters. So we both have two different favorites. I mean, Julien Alfred, an exceptional athlete. She is the world champion. She is the defending world champion. But I am looking forward to seeing Melissa Jefferson step up to the plate and deliver exceptionally as we approach the Tokyo World Championship.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. I'm still going to give Julien. I'm still going to give Julien, and it's okay that you have that opinion. Because like I said to you, it's hard to discredit those performances, any at all. But I still have Alfred. Alfred is going really fast over the two distances, and I probably still have her for the double over.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What if Melissa Jefferson goes to that 200 meters coming, I think I'm not sure when the 200 meter running, right? I'm going to have to look back at the schedule. But what if she goes to that 200 meters and delivers a 21.6? What would you say? Would you still have Julien Alfred?
I would.
You're definitely a Caribbean man.
Yeah, I'm St. Louis. I'm half St. Lucian too, so I'm still rocking with Julien Alfred. But also, if you look at Julien Alfred is doing it on the Diamond League stage. She's doing it too. So it's tit for tat with them. You pick your poison, and I think, and Sunday is the final of the 200 meter. By the way, so yeah, like I'm saying, it's going to be a dogfight with them. I know Shakari is going to say, don't count her out. She's the defending champion, you know what I mean? We have the Olympic champion. We have our Jamaican athletes who I'm rocking with as well too. Tina Clayton is having a good season. We want to see Shelly do something, World Championship is always Shelly's time. So I think it's going to be, I remember one national trials, it was a couple years ago. Just the field that was there had me feeling goosebumps. I think this is going to be a world championship similar to that, and I'm looking forward to having some really fast times. I'm thinking, if you're not running 10-7, you're not winning that. I don't think
it's going to be crazy.
If you're not running 10-7, you're not winning. You're not winning.
I think first and second place will actually run 10-6, but the winner will go close to 10-5. Close to 10-5. I think we can possibly see a 10-6 low in that final come Tokyo Japan Championship.
I'm gonna analyze the track. I hope the wind is right today, and if the field is correct, you might just be right. I mean, the faster the field, the better for me. I believe. I love to see fast times. I need to see that record go.
Yes, definitely. As it relates to the Jamaican athletes now, when compared, I think for sure the women in the United States are gunning when compared to the women in Jamaica. I mean, it was 10-8, or it was 10-9, 10-8 that won our championship. 10-82 was second, and I think 10-8 something another again was third, right? Yeah. So I think that the United States really has a strong contingent when it comes on to the women's 100 meters, and as we said earlier, if they can put together a relay team that is effective enough. I think that 4x100 meter world record is under threat. Or it
Alright.
can be under threat.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, some big
1082, 1086, I believe, and 106. No, man. It's under threat. I think it can be under threat. 109 as well. Yeah.
yeah.
Gonna be crazy.
I'd have to see the shape Shakar is in right now, and then from there I could see it. I could see it definitely.
I want to present the argument as well that I don't think America needs Shakari to be on the team for to break that world record. I mean, a Shakari at her top, at her best, should be on the team. But even if Shakari is at her best, I think, this is me personally speaking, I don't think that Shakari at her best would be quote unquote needed if it is, even if it is that the United States would want to break the world record, right? Yeah, I don't think it's a dire need to have her, even if she's at her best. I hope that she will be at her best though, and that she can be a part of the team and break that world record and have something to her name.
I don't think you need her, but I mean it's always good to have your best. Big up Chris. It's always good to have your best athletes available. The best players, the best athletes available. It's always good to have them there, and I think she's one of the most polarizing athletes in USA right now, to be honest. And I'd love for her to be there. I'd love for her to get into shape. I want the competition. I want to beat the USA at their best. I want to beat the USA at their best. I always want everybody to be at their best, and then my personal favorites come out to the fore and be the champions. So I'd always want that.
Yeah, and as I said, big up to Jamaica. Jamaica is where I'm from, but as we all know, Amelia Sports is an international brand, and I cannot be biased, right? I will give that 4x100 meters to America because they have a really strong contingent. It would be good to see Tia Clayton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Sherika Jackson. Was it Tina?
Tina, the champion.
Tina as well. It would be good to see them put together. And who else is on the relay team? It would be good to see them put together a decent race, a decent matchup to compete with the United States of America. And another thing is a weakness that we find with the United States on a yearly basis. I'm not sure about the women, but I can say for the men, is that the baton exchanges are not traditionally as clear and as efficient as they should be. But as we explore the World Championship in September, we'll see how they handle that bit of the pie.
I think there's progression. I think there's progression even in the men on their side in terms of getting the stick around. I think they had difficulties a couple years before. This time it wasn't as clean. I think it's only going to get cleaner with the camps. So it's about the preparation. Like I mentioned, I'm always going to mention preparation. So I think that camp that they have before to do it, and also the personnel. So you speak about the times that you have, and I think a lot of the USA's athletes are now under 10. So their pool is good. So if you have enough athletes on both the men and female side that are running fast enough time, that you can get your big athletes to go through their individual 100-meter races through those rounds and rest without having to do the early rounds and get to the finals of the 4x100 meter, you're in much better shape. I think you're in much better shape for when the finals come, because they're fresher. They haven't run as much races, and I think the USA has the capabilities of that, and that would be the edge that they have, because their athletes as a collective are faster, have done faster times than us this year. So I think that's an advantage for them in terms of getting that stick around and being a better relay team than the Jamaican contingent.